Mike Fackrell slipping down the sidelines for a 64-yard touchdown pass. It broke open a little screen pass. He turned into a touchdown and broke open a scoreless game, 7-0. The Red Devils held on, scored again in the second half for 14-0. They shut out again, as they were traditionally. They were the best. They had the #1 rusher in the state. They were the #1 rushing attack in the state. And the Red Devils, so Coach Fackrell and these guys, Coach Sherrod, they know how to shut these guys down. It's a matter of who executes best on either side of the ball. Coach Steve Smith, I talked to prior to the game just a little bit, and what he said, I think we're all thinking right now, is you don't want either team necessarily to lose the game or make a mistake to lose the game. You want one of these two teams to win the game.
Exactly. Evanston will be kicking off, so Larmie will get the first opportunity to put a drive alive.
Back deep. Corey Toya and Alan Bridgman for the Plainsmen.
A lot of returning lettermen for the Plainsmen. They have got some experience coming up through the ranks in some of their senior leaders this year. For Evanston, virtually a young team. Don, I did like in your write-up, you know, this was supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Well, probably we could put that word on the shelf, though. There's nothing being rebuilt about this team. Lewis Horton kicks it off for the Red Devils. Taken by Bridgman. About his own 5-yard line. They fake the reverse. Bridgman's got a gap up the sideline and can take it across the 40, cuts it across the 45.
They're going to start out in great field position. As you guys saw, the fake well executed on the fake reverse on the kickoff return up the far side of the sidelines, where they'll take over 1st and 10 from about their own 45-yard line.
Once again, Evanston had problems with special teams. Lewis Horton was integral in making that stop, and you know, for Evanston to really stop Larmie, their special teams have to improve, and you know, we really don't want to see Lewis Horton making the stop on the kickoff returns.
Like he has many weeks so far. Here come the Plainsmen on the fullback give.
To Chabron.
Chabron. He's their leading, well, the second leading rusher. He's got the most attempts, 106 attempts, 679 yards for Chabron.
He'll pick up about 5 on the carry there. Ball spotted at the 50-yard line.
Kind of what we expect to see out of the Plainsmen. Now the emotions, as far as the high emotions of both teams, those will only last pretty much the first 5 minutes of the game, and then we'll be strictly on execution then. Hand off to, again, that's Chabron. Chabron.
I think, yes, it was.
So it'll set up 3rd down and 2. A short 2. Into Red Devil territory on the Evanston 47-yard line. Larmie traveling from the left side to the right side of your radio dial. That T formation, double tight end. Coca under quarterback, hands off to Chabron again, who breaks a couple of tackles, several tackles. Outstanding running, gets all the way down to the Evanston 39, 38-yard line.
Stop was made by number 25, Josh Lancaster, and number 3, Weston Lunsford for the Devils.
Pick up a 14 then on the carry for Chabron. 22 yards on 3 attempts.
Plainsman driving right down. This one an off-tackle play. Aaron Frood, one of the team captains and the leading rusher. 7.9 yards a carry. 731 yards on the season for Frood. He gets about 6 on that one. 2nd down and about 4 from the Red Devil now on the 25-yard line. Plainsman fired up, marching right down the field. 2nd down is short 4. Coca under quarterback. Hands off to Chabron. Takes it right up the gut for another Plainsman 1st down. Down to the Evanston 20-yard line.
Boy, and they're having some great success running the ball. 4, 5, 6, and the big one of 14.
No surprise at all. We knew the Plainsmen were going to be bouncing back in a big way, and they are. 1st and 10 from the Devil 20. Coca under center. That T formation, double tight end. That's what you're going to see all night long. Now trying to go to the outside and breaking a tackle. 10, 12 yards on the left side.
That was
Toya. Or Toy, just Toy.
Just Toy, I believe.
Well, we don't want to toy with that name at any point in time tonight.
Ooh.
Third rushing first down for the Plainsmen on this drive. It started from their own 45.
It's about a 10-yard run, or more than that. It's first and
That's
goal.
16.
16 on the carry. First and goal at the Evanston 4-yard line. Seats aren't even warm yet. Here come the Plainsmen driving down. This Chabrone on the carry. Philip Chabrone, the fullback. He only gets about 6.4 yards a carry. He's got 8 touchdowns. Good stop that time by the Devils. Sets up second and goal from the 2-yard line. It's the shortest gain of the night for the Plainsmen. It's early, but Red Devil defense getting a wake-up call. Second and goal. Coca under center now. He's going to keep it on a quarterback, kind of a quarterback sweep there, and he's driven out of bounds. Good stop by the Devils that time. Sal Coca, 148 pounds, 5'11", senior quarterback for Larmie. Actually lost the yard mark, so third and goal from the 3-yard line. Good time for the Devils to stack up the defense. Coca under center now. Hands off and touchdown Plainsmen.
It looked like that was carried by Aaron Frood, number 40.
Frood, again, their leading ball carrier. That's his 9th touchdown of the season. And just like that, it's Larmie 6, Evanston nothing. Larmie sets up their huddle on the far side of the field. You can run a couple of trick plays when you set your huddle up on that side, but they're just going to come in a standard PAT formation. Snap was wide, but now they get it up, and it's good.
Kick was made by Brian Hoops, a junior, 5'9", 145-pounder.
The snap was held by, I think, Jason Moore, who did a great job. The snap was behind him. He kind of had to do a shortstop maneuver and pull it back in front of him. And the kick is up and good. So with 8 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the Plainsmen march right down the field after starting an excellent field position, a 55-yard touchdown drive, and they lead it just like that, 7-0. So again, maybe the Red Devils, who haven't trailed very often this year, need a little bit of a wake-up call.
Only an 8-play drive put together there to go 55 yards.
That's just under 7 yards a carry.
And Larmie offense will just pound on you. They go right up the gut. They run the same offense that Rollins runs, but at a much better efficiency, like we talked about during the Rollins game. You know, Evans has really got to pick up on the assignments to stop this offense from Larmie.
Well, I think the assignments, actually, Roy, the Red Devils did a pretty good job at that. What kind of bothered me was that the line was getting blown off there. There was a lot of room on those plays before the first guy could get to him. So Hoops kicks it off, and it'll be taken by Randall Brown at about his own 12-yard line. Got a seam in the middle. Trying to keep his feet across the 40-yard line to about the 43-yard line. Good return for the Red Devils. No flags. They'll set up shop in pretty good field position themselves, again, about their own 42-yard line.
Good to see Randall back after a week off last week being ill. So once again, having Randall back as a backup running back and a kickoff returner he's a good weapon for the Devils.
First possession for the Red Devils. Red Devils will come out with a twin left formation. Schofield is out to the near side. In motion to the far side goes Horton. Steve Lake's going to keep it around the right side for about 5 yards. Red Devils trying to spread out the Larmie defense a little bit. Fooled me which way they were going to go. With that twins left. Steve Lake picks up 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Devils on the 47-yard line. And eventually I'm going to get my breath back and we'll go from there. 2nd and a long 5. Red Devils now to double tight end formation. Steve Lake under center. And we tried to hand it off on the off tackle play. And again, Mark, if anything else has happened this year, it's team sniffing out that off-tackle play and attacking it before Steve can get the ball off.
Hit was made by number 84, a 6'4", 6'4.5", 231-pound defensive end. It looked like he made a good stop. You know, like you said, they sniffed out the play very well.
So 3rd and 7 coming up.
When teams stop that, the Red Devils usually have another answer for it, but hopefully they can answer it on this drive. Josh Lancaster wide to the far side. Horton goes in motion to the far side. Steve Lake rolling that way, looking, throwing. He's got a man, and it's knocked out of his hands. Horton had the ball for a second momentarily. Great pass coverage that time for the Plainsman by Theron Thompson. 6'4". He can keep up with that height. He can keep up pretty good with Lewis out there. So that'll make a 4th down play. Steve had it right there, just knocked out of his hands.
Good defensive play.
Credit where credit's due. The Plainsmen come out and execute offensively and defensively exactly the way they wanted to. Red Devils will punt away from their first possession. A little bit of pressure on Horton, but he gets it off. Punt will be off the back of a Red Devil. Now they're going to mark it where it first hit the Red Devil, and that is at the 26-yard line.
So 3 and out go the Evanston Red Devils on their first possession. They'll turn it over to the Plainsmen, who will start from their own 28-yard line.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
6:43 left in the first quarter. Evanston down 7-0 to the Larmie Plainsmen.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry about that, Don.
That's all right. No, just kidding.
Good.
1st and 10. We got to lighten up in here. It's not the end of the world. The Red Devils will have a chance to recover.
That was Fruit on the carry. Crosses the 30 to about the 32-yard line, a gain of about 4.
A lot of Red Devils in there for the stop. Brady Papinga, Rusty Lawler, it looked like. A lot of Devils in there for the stop.
Well, they're going to give him 3. 2nd down and 7. Yeah, I guess I like that spot. 2nd and 7. That's a good first stop against this offense. Red Devils now looking for Fruit, and they found him. And he'll gain about 2 more yards. Setting up 3rd down and 5. Josh Schofield checks out. Josh getting some more playing time on defense the last couple of weeks. It showed last week. He got an interception. That helped out on the defensive side. 3rd and 5. Look out for that play-action pass that the Plainsmen love to do. Coca under center in that T formation. And instead, it's Fruit, and he's fooled everybody. Breaks out into the open across the 50, into Red Devil territory down at the 43-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Jason Lancaster.
They do a great job of hiding the ball, do they not?
Yeah, the refs hadn't set it down right there. I still might not know where the football is.
24-yard carry, Fruit's longest of the game. He now has 4 carries for 35 yards, all the way down to the Evanston 43.
Well, the Red Devils had set up a good 3rd down play. Here come the Plainsmen again. 1st and 10. Hand off to Chabron. Chabron is sniffed out after a couple-yard gain. Red Devils pile up on him. And you don't want to get too far too fast to the Plainsmen. Am I overstating the obvious?
Not at all.
And the other thing I think we can state is no lead will be big enough against the Plainsmen, knowing they came back from a deficit to Green River at halftime to come back and wipe out the Wolves earlier in the year.
2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup by Chabron. Now hand off to Chabron again. They come right back at it. This time he's got about 5 yards. Chabron.
You say Chabron, I say Chabron.
Chabrona.
My Chabrona.
My Chabrona.
Dun, 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 dun. 3rd down and 5.
We really got to lighten up here, guys, somehow.
Yeah, it's a big ball game, but again, Red Devils just got to take a big, deep breath here and play their football. We got a good-sized line. Let's play smash mouth football, shall we? Fake handoff. Now he's going to pass. Coca goes back and throws it into the flat, caught by his back Fruit coming out of the backfield. That's that little play-action pass that they run so well over the last 20 years.
Weston Lunsford made the stop, actually pushing back through, back a few yards to prevent the first down.
They'll set up 4th down and 2. No doubt the Plainsmen will be going for it since they're averaging about 6 yards of play.
One thing I think we need to note, guys, is the fact that we had 3 Red Devils in the backfield pressuring the quarterback on that play.
Now we got a line. Okay, here we go. 1st down, Plainsmen. So,
rushing
like that.
1st down, number 5 for the Larmie Plainsmen.
That was Fruit again.
With a pickup of 3.
Never get enough fruit in your diet.
Ooh.
His
So,
father,
Sherbrone.
incidentally, a Wyoming cowboy in the mid-60s.
Great football tradition, you were telling me, Mark, in that family. Hitting the backfield, trying to stay on his feet is Toy.
They have a lot of weapons, and they utilize them all.
Could be if this young Aaron Fruit, if he goes to the University of Wyoming, how many generations, folks, would that be at the University
Well,
of
I
Wyoming?
know he and his father for sure, but
So, could be at least 3 generations of Wyoming Cowboys out of that family. That's
a Toy on the last carry.
yes, sir.
Okay.
For 2 yards. Coca going back to pass. Going to get under a little bit of pressure. Pressure, ball being tossed downfield. Caught! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Travis Christiansen on the coverage. Fruit with the catch.
All the way down to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 20 yards. Fruit showing his versatility.
Coca was under pressure.
Yeah, Steelcox had a lot of pressure, and there was, the whole Red Devil secondary was around surrounding that pass. Like you said, it's amazing how Fruit came up with that ball.
Well, a good throw by Coca, too.
And they're going to actually mark it at the 11. No, they got it at the 10.
So what we got to do is give credit where credit is due. They're executing these plays. Now Chebron. No, that's a... Yeah, that is Chebron. Sorry. Shirt folded up. I thought it was 28 instead of 26. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to play first quarter. Plains have been knocking on the door again. 2nd and goal.
Pickup of about 6. Looks like the ball spotted on the 4-yard line once again, or is it down to the 3?
I like the 4. The 4-yard line sounds farther away.
Does to me, too.
And here they come, Chebron on the right side. The Plainsmen signaling touchdown. The referees agree. Touchdown, Plainsmen. Chebron on the carry. Holy shnikes. Just like that, it's 13-0. Crowd in a little bit of shell shock here, perhaps. Now setting up for the extra point. Brian Hoop set to hold. Kick is up and could be good for 40 yards on a field goal, probably. Jason Moore converts the point after touchdown. So, with 1:52 left in the first quarter, we'll take a break. Our score, Larmie 14, Evanston 0. Back with more Red Devil football on 1240 KEVA in 30 seconds. He's been looking very much in the role of the 2-time defending South 4A Conference champions. Stormed out to a 14-0 lead.
11 plays, 72 yards on that last drive. Made it look easy. Executed well.
Back deep for the Red Devils, Randall Brown and Travis Christiansen. Jason Moore set to kick it off for Larmie. Ball is away, kicked fairly deep. Back on it is Brown, takes it at about his own 6-yard line. Charges up the middle of the field, he's got a seam. He can get around the one man. Oh, just tripped up. He couldn't decide which way to go around. Big number
Jay
84.
Buck, the tight end, and 6'4.5", 231, just got the arm on him enough to trip him up.
I don't know which way I'd go around Jay Buck either. He's got a wingspan of about 10 feet there.
But nonetheless, Evanston will start in relatively good field position once again. Let's see if they can capitalize from their own 37.
1st and 10. Last time the Plainsmen stopped the Red Devils on their first attempted drive. Handoff, off tackle to Jason Schofield, who's stacked up at the line.
Boy, they're getting some penetration
like we haven't
from their
seen all year.
defensive front, yeah.
Like we haven't seen all year long.
Maybe just back to the original line of scrimmage goes Jason Schofield.
Well, for the first time, the Red Devils may be playing a team about the same size, about the same strength. They're going to credit Jason with about a yard. Second and a long 9. Lake under center. Twin wide receivers to the far side. Handed off to Josh Schofield, and he's stacked up, and now they're saying that acted like they had a turnover maybe, but no, they just stopped Josh Schofield at the line. We'll give Josh a yard maybe. Call it third and a long 8. With forward progress, third and about 8. The Plainsmen are fired up. Coach Fackrell said the Sheridan Bronx did not do any favors for the Red Devils by beating them like that last week. Lake under center again. Big third down play. Rolling out, looking for the option pitch, and he's tackled, and he loses the ball. Recovered by the Plainsmen before he went down.
Cameron Wolf in on to pick that up, a 6 foot, 228-pound sophomore.
J.D. Benson, a senior 196-pound, 6'4" guy, caused the fumble.
Wow. That's just a decision that Steve Lake he's never made that mistake this year as far as trying to pitch it late or let go of the ball late. Well, I didn't think the Red Devils would come out feeling the pressure, but they're feeling some pressure tonight.
Well, they need a stop here big time.
They're playing tight. Somebody's got to take charge.
Chabron.
Yeah, there we go. Chabron on the carry for 1 or 2.
Jason Schofield and Brandon Dalton in there for the stop.
You don't get a stop here, it's going to be a really long night. I just had that feeling. 10 seconds could be the last play in the quarter if they get this one off. Second and about 9. Piled up after another 3 or 4 yards. To about the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark it. 3 yards on the carry, we'll call it. Third down and 5 when we come back. Our score after 1 quarter play, the Laramie Plainsmen 14, the Evanston Red Devils 0. And the Plainsmen on the march again. Back with more Red Devil football on 1240 KEVA in 30 seconds. We got 12 minutes left to play in the first half. The Plainsmen, it looks like about a third down and 5.
They're doing well. The backfield attack, you've got Prude, 6 carries, 41 yards. Chabron, 9 carries, 42. Toy, just 1 carry, but good for 16 yards. Coca, a couple of carries for a net of 1 yard, but they went 9 plays, 55 yards on their first possession, 11 plays, 72 yards on their second possession, and as you say, a costly turnover in a bad place. Momentum definitely in favor of these Laramie Plainsmen.
And then some. They're calling it third and a long 6. Quick pitch out to Prude. Prude trying to make the corner. Being strung out well by the Devil defense. Horton ended up tackling Prude after a short gain. That'll set up a 4th down and 4 or 5, and the way their defense is playing, what do you think? They're going to go for it again, I'll bet you.
You know, a Red Devil stop here would be really good for the Devils because we get the crowd back in the game, as we talked about during that timeout. You know, the crowd is stunned. You know, they're not as vocal as they have been in the past games. We need to get that crowd back into the game.
Laramie with a 4th down and a short 2 or 3 yards to go. We'll call it 2.5. With the timeout the Laramie takes, we'll take a timeout. Again, you're listening to Evanston Red Devil football on Variety 1240. KEVA, we're back again in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Evanston High School.
And you are listening to Red Devil football on Variety 1240, KEVA, Evanston, Wyoming. A couple minutes in front of the hour, 8 o'clock. Of course, this game will be replayed tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Century Cable, Channel 8. Hopefully it'll be a fun one to watch, but things have got to turn around.
Century Communications, one of our fine sponsors, making Red Devil football possible. Coca with the handoff to Prude on the right side. He's got the first down yardage.
That was a big play. It would have been great if Evanston could have held up there. That is the 6th rushing first down, 7th overall for the Plainsmen. They continue to churn up the yardage.
Just didn't think our defense could get run over this easily. I knew that the Plainsmen were going to score. I expected a high-scoring game, but I also expected us to score.
8 carries now for Prude for an even 50.
Coca hands off, and the ball's on the ground. I don't know if Coca had to go back and fall on it. Just handed off to Prude. So they're unstacked themselves.
Talked to a lot of people from around the state. They say he is the heart and soul of this offense. his fruit, and we've seen him, catch the ball, and he's having some great success running as well. Great athlete, Brood at 5'10", 183.
He lost the handle on it, but as the ball has been bouncing tonight, it's right back into his hands. Second down and 10. Koch under center, double tight end, T formation. Coming out, looking to pass his Koch on his right side on a play-action pass. Got a man. It's caught down the right side.
To Toy.
For another Plainsman first down. Hey, if you got a play that you've always wanted to see run it into the Plainsman huddle right now. It'll work.
Oh, boy.
They're executing and executing and executing. They've called a timeout, and they've got a Red Devil down on the far sideline who had gotten onto the track.
On his back.
Coach Brackle out there to check and says we can find out. Hopefully it's not serious.
Yeah, always hope for that.
Some pain going on there. These kids have worked so hard this year. You hate to see them get hurt. You hate to see them get injured in any way, really.
So Toy on the reception takes the ball. It looks like spotted at the 9.
I think they got it first and goal.
Actually, they've got it down a little further than hard to tell from this vantage point. No, it's further than the 9. That play originated from the Evanston 21.
Now our Red Devils up.
They've got it marked on the scoreboard at the 5. Don't think quite there. Josh Lancaster.
Yeah. Josh, one of the leading receivers, 3 catches and got a touchdown. He's got 3 interceptions. Well, you hate to see somebody that can defend the pass that well limping like that, but he is on his own power. Could be an ankle, or I think if he sprained his knee, they wouldn't let him walk on his own. Yeah. Maybe an ankle then? Ankle turn out there on the track?
That's what I would call it, Don, an ankle turn, being a past trainer, so.
You one of those former trainers that were suing Mike Tyson for your share of his championship earnings?
No, my hair does not stand up that high. So.
Oh. Well, you could have been, in addition to football, you could have trained for boxing. I don't assume anything.
Ball spotted, where are you going to say, fellas? 6, 7?
I'm going to call it the 5.
You're going to go, it is all the way down there, huh?
First and goal from the Evanston Red Devil 5-yard line. Clock winding with 10:42 to play in the first half. And off on the right, in the middle, Chabron. 20-0, Plainsman. Just like that. Man.